When it comes to sports in Lorain, your station to watch is TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to WLCS TV 20, our broadcast this afternoon of Lorain Middle School over at Longfellow. We've got the Longfellow team taking on General Johnnie Wilson, and the Longfellow team is in the white, ladies and gentlemen. So when you're watching at home, yes, they're both going to say Lorain on their uniforms. The Longfellow is in white, and General Johnnie Wilson is in the dark. And Longfellow with the tip. Herman with the basketball, dribbling out on the right wing. He's got Killian on him. Takes the ball down low. Salomon kicks it back out top to number 14, Anderson. Anderson takes it up into the lane, and a nice little running right-hander. Early lead for Longfellow. And a miss by the General Johnnie Wilson, and Longfellow takes it back the other way. Once again, Anderson with the basketball. And ends up out of bounds. We go back the other way to General Johnnie Wilson.
This is our second of the Lorain boys middle school broadcast. Earlier in the winter sports season, we had General Johnnie Wilson visiting Southview. No, I'm sorry, we had Longfellow visiting Southview earlier in the season. So.
Marrero with the basketball out top. Over to Killian. Killian gets it down low. A shot up by Thomas. Thomas off the iron. Rebounded by Longfellow, and they called a foul there, I believe, but I didn't see who they called it on, Joe.
Yeah, he had a 1 and a 2. I'm not sure who was under the bucket there.
We don't have the luxury of having the fouls up on the scoreboards here today, ladies and gentlemen, so.
Right.
Longfellow coming the other way now. Herman with the basketball, gets it down low. Salomon kicks it back out. Salomon gets the ball, kicks it back out to Anderson. And it looks like they're going to turn the ball over and back there. Morta to inbound the ball for General Johnnie Wilson. Killian dribbling the basketball. Outside the arc, puts up a long three off the iron. No good. Morta gets a rebound, puts it back up, no good. Longfellow in the white, taking it back the other way. Herman puts up the long shot. Off the iron, rebounded out there by Anderson, kicks it back to Herman. Off the iron, going back the other way. Killian brings it in across the timeline and across the three-point arc, I should say. General Johnnie Wilson to inbound the basketball. Nice drive and basket with the right hand. That was Thomas with his first and the first basket of the afternoon for General Johnnie Wilson. It is 2-2 on the scoreboard. 3:49 remaining in the first period of play.
Try to make this the old-fashioned three-point way.
That's right. Off the iron and no good. And Johnnie Wilson bringing full court pressure all the way down the floor as Longfellow attempts to inbound it. Longfellow in the white.
5-second call.
And that full court pressure worked. They didn't get the ball in, turn the ball back over. It's going over to Johnnie Wilson. Quick inbound pass down low to Thomas. Thomas got fouled, going to get another shot at the free throw line. It was just there.
Get 2 shots here.
First one is up and in. Second shot is up and in.
A nice stroke there.
General Johnnie Wilson with a 4-2 lead. Salomon takes the ball to the hole, puts it up and in. All tied up, 4-4, 3:35 remaining in the first quarter of play. Killian brings the ball across the timeline. Pass down low on the baseline. And a little bit of an errant pass right there. Longfellow taking the ball and going back the other way after the turnover. And now we're going to have a turnover going back the other way. General Johnnie Wilson coming into tonight's game at 6-7, while Longfellow is 3-12 for the year so far. Jackson to inbound the basketball. They get it in. Killian's got it in his hand. Take it to the basket. He's going to get fouled and go to the free throw line.
Foul starting to rack up on Longfellow here.
Four to 4 right now, folks. Killian puts the first up and in. 5-4 in favor of General Johnnie Wilson. An opportunity to stretch that lead out to 2. Up and out. Rebound brought down by Longfellow. Longfellow once again in the white. Anderson with the basketball. They lose the ball out of bounds and it goes the other way. General Johnnie Wilson, 7th grade team. Killian with the basketball, kicks it back out to Jackson. Taken away on the other side by Salomon. Salomon down low. What are they going to call here, Joe? They call a travel on that?
Yeah, looks like it. I don't see any foul called. Good anticipation on the steal by Salomon. But they couldn't convert, and we're still at 5-4.
5-4, 2:47 remaining in the first quarter of play. Killian brings the ball across the timeline. He's got Herman guarding him. Dior Payne in the ball game right now for Longfellow. Shot down low.
Traveling.
And they're going to call traveling on Thomas. Shuffled the feet a little bit down there. Longfellow inbounds the basketball. Herman brings it across the timeline. Outside the arc on the right wing. Looking to go down low to somebody. Puts a shot up himself off the glass.
Nice.
I wonder if he called that. 6-5 in favor of Longfellow. Longfellow once again in the white, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching at home. Nice anticipation and a steal there by Marrero. Marrero has the ball knocked away. Knocked out of bounds. It's going to remain General Johnnie Wilson basketball. Once again, they are in the blue or the dark. Killian puts the ball up. No good. Morales with the rebound. As Longfellow brings the ball up into the front court. Herman with the basketball, gets it down low to Morales. Morales kicks it back out to Salomon. Salomon puts it up with the right hand off the glass, no good. Rebounded by General Johnnie Wilson, and they're going to bring the ball back the other way. Killian with the basketball. Kicks it on over to Jackson. Jackson over to Marrero. Marrero back to Killian. Killian at the top between the circles, puts it up. Wow. Long shot and in.
Wow.
Tied up. I think we're going to have a jump ball situation, and possession's going to go to. We got a timeout on the floor.
Of course, Killian is the son of Lorain High School's assistant coach, Matt Killian. So he's around a lot of basketball.
I'm sure he's had a basketball pretty much in his hands forever.
Forever.
Score right now, ladies and gentlemen, General Johnnie Wilson up 8-6. Once again, watching at home, General Johnnie Wilson is in the dark and Longfellow is in the white. Be slightly confusing as they both say Lorain Titans on their jerseys.
Yeah, one Lorain.
Nice pass down low.
Very nice.
Salomon for two. 37 seconds and counting in the first quarter of play, folks. Killian with the basketball. Takes it down in the paint, puts a shot up. He's going to get fouled. That's going to send him to the free throw line for a couple of free throws.
I think
Killian makes the first free throw.
I think that's foul number 6 on Longfellow. So we're going to be shooting 1-and-1s, I do believe, early on in this second quarter. 30 seconds left here in the first.
You are way better counting those fouls than I am, Joe. And second one is good. 10-8 in favor of General Johnnie Wilson right now. 27 seconds left and counting in the first quarter of play. Shot is up and off the glass. It's by Morales, no good. Coming back the other way. That was Marrero with the shot and putting up the basket. Was that Thomas? Am I correct with that?
I think so.
I looked down for just a second at my score sheet and the basket went up and in. 3 seconds going, counting 1-0 and no good. And at the end of one, it is General Johnnie Wilson up 12-8 over Longfellow. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back with the second quarter of play right after this.
We make Marines who overpower the desire to quit with the perseverance to prevail. Not for glory, but for honor. For a code that isn't written or spoken, but lived. It's what we do. It's who we are. It's the battle cry of our fighting spirit. Battles won. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
All right, back out here at Longfellow Middle School. Getting the second quarter of action underway once again. General Johnnie Wilson, the visiting team in the dark. They are wearing the dark navy. They are up 12-8 as we get things underway. Just starting the second quarter of play. Anderson with the basketball over on the right wing to Herman. Back out to Coleman. Trying to get that basketball inside. Haven't had a lot of success getting it inside so far this afternoon. Thomas is a nice big presence down there for General Johnnie Wilson. Salomon puts up the shot. No good.
Held ball.
And what are we going to have?
Held ball, and it's going to stay. It's going to stay with Longfellow.
Longfellow to inbound under the basket. Looking, gets the ball in. Pried away and stolen by General Johnnie Wilson. And stolen right back. Picking the ball up, Salomon. Didn't get the basket, but he's going to go to the free throw line after the steal. Salomon puts the first up and no good. That was the first free throw attempt of the afternoon for Longfellow. On the other side of the score sheet, General Johnnie Wilson has been to the line 7 times already.
Wow.
Salomon puts the ball up, no good. Long pass, kicked out. Marrero put the shot up, no good.
Well, General Johnnie Wilson kind of got bailed out there. It was kind of helter-skelter, just threw something up, but Longfellow got him.
We're going to put Rivera at the free throw line. He had nothing but net on that one, but
yes,
but it didn't go through the hoop.
Right, it was the front part of the net. Right.
Try it again. He got some iron that time, but didn't get it to go down. And it's going to be Longfellow coming back the other way.
Oh, nice block. Number 13.
Right, nice job by Marrero right there. But Longfellow will retain the basketball and try and inbound it here. Anderson with the inbound. Top to Morales. Morales a little behind the back pass. Nice job by Anderson to retrieve that pass. Looking over the Johnnie Wilson defense. And the ball is thrown away and will go over to General Johnnie Wilson. Johnnie Wilson inbounds the basketball. Killian with the basketball. Takes it across the timeline. Dribbles down inside. Has it knocked away. Herman with the basketball. Puts it up. Nice shot in traffic, but off the back of the iron. Rebounded. Long pass. But it's going to be not quite long enough, and it's intercepted by.
Both teams quite cold here. I believe we haven't had any scoring yet here in the second quarter, have we?
No, we have not. We had 2 free throw attempts, and that was it. And neither one of those were successful. 4 minutes to go in the second period of play. Herman with the basketball. Dribbles down low, tries to pass it, and the ball is kicked. It's going to stay in possession of Longfellow. Longfellow once again in the white. 3:50 to go in the second period of play. 12-8 in favor of General Johnnie Wilson. 7th grade basketball action right here at Longfellow Middle School. My name is Gary Pelter. I'm here with Joe Bach. Ball's tipped away and rebounded by General Johnnie Wilson. They're going to take it back the other way. Marrero with the basketball now. Out near the timeline. Direct in the offense. Nice pass to Morta, but Morta has to go off the back of the iron on him. They get the rebound, bring it back. They're going to have a foul before the shot.
So with 3:16 to go here in the second quarter, we'll see if somebody can put up some points here in this second quarter. No scoring yet.
Well, Killian at the free throw line. Puts it up and in. Killian now has 7 points. He has a 3-point shot and 4 free throws right now. He had 3 free throws in the first quarter.
Needless to say, I believe he's the top scorer on the day.
Yes, he is. And puts the second one through.
Nice.
14-8 in favor of General Johnnie Wilson. Longfellow bringing the ball across the timeline. Gets the ball down low to Salomon. Salomon has it taken away. There's Marrero with the steal. Marrero brings it across the timeline. Over to Killian. Killian taking the ball into the paint. Knocked away, and it goes the other way. Longfellow with the basketball. Going to try and make a little dent in this lead. 6-point lead right now for General Johnnie Wilson. 14-8. 2:42 remaining in this second quarter of play. Killian with a nice long outlet pass.
Traveling.
Marrero, when he finally gathered himself with that basketball, took a couple of steps there, traveled, and is going to go the other way.
Longfellow's had a couple opportunities point blank under the net, working the ball in, but just have not been able to cash them in so far in the second quarter.
Long pass down there, Coleman. Coleman was actually too far under the basket, if you would. And Killian puts the shot up. It went through. You going to count it? Yes, they will. And he's going to go to the free throw line. (16-8) in favor of General Johnnie Wilson. And the free throw goes off the iron. Longfellow taking the ball back the other way. Long shot out there by Morales. Rebound going the other way by Johnnie Wilson.
Oh my.
And a three-pointer by Killian.
Heat check.
His second three-pointer of the ball game. He had one in the first quarter of play. 19-8 in favor of General Johnnie Wilson. And
all right,
the long drought has ended as Solomon gets a 2 for the Longfellow Ball Club. Long shot for Killian.
That would have went down the house when it came down here.
Salomon takes it into the paint, and he's down. I think we're going to take a quick break here while they attend to matters out on the floor. We'll be right back after this quick break.
Copy and paste. There's a lot of hidden dangers out there in cyberspace. Never put your personal information online unless you ask your parents and they say that it's fine. Before you log on, don't be hasty. Please be smart with online safety. Stop and think before your connection. Use these steps for your protection. Online safety. Stop. Think. Connect.
Well, we've seemed to have given John Salomon a little bit of a breather there, and he's composed himself, come back to the free throw line for his free throw attempts. And the first one is unsuccessful. Got one more. Puts it up and in. cuts into the lead a little bit. General Johnnie Wilson up 19-11 over Longfellow. Longfellow putting on a little bit of pressure. Long shot by Jackson. Killing with the rebound back over on the other side. Long shot by Marrero. Ball was knocked out of bounds by Longfellow. It's going to remain General Johnnie Wilson's basketball. Shot up with the left hand by Ross. Coming back the other way. Longfellow with the basketball. Out top with Anderson. Anderson puts it up from the free throw line. Tipped back in by Salomon. And Morales is lining up at the free throw line. I think he's going to shoot free throws, but I don't think they're going to do that.
I think that's only 6.
That was his wishful thinking right there.
Yeah. They thought maybe they were in the 1-and-1, but not yet.
And the ball's tipped away, goes back the other way. Up and in by Marrero.
Very nice.
For General Johnnie Wilson.
Stopped, let the defender by him, and he put it in for an easy 2.
Salomon puts it up and in. 21-13, 10 seconds and counting down. It's in favor of General Johnnie Wilson. Once again, 21-13. Counting down 5 seconds. 2, 1. And we got a stoppage in play with 0.6 left in the second quarter.
Looks like General Johnnie's going to double their lead from the first quarter.
So they're going to have an opportunity here for a quick tip in. And just touch the ball and the clock will expire. There we go. And at the end of the first half, it is General Johnnie Wilson on top, 21-13 over Longfellow in 7th grade basketball action. We'll be back with the second half right after this.
Sergeant Michelle Garcia served meritoriously in Iraq and has the medals to prove it. Soon after leaving the Navy, Lieutenant Chris Scott found a job, a home, and started a family of his own. Corpsman Richard Stokely took the skills he learned in Vietnam and put them to good use as a paramedic. But soon after leaving the military, each of these veterans fell on hard times and faced homelessness. Even after Michelle lost all her savings, even after Chris wasn't able to pay his mortgage, and even after Richard battled alcoholism for years, they each reached out for help when they needed it most. A simple phone call put them in touch with a trained professional from the Department of Veterans Affairs. That call got Michelle a place to stay until she could afford one of her own, put Chris in touch with employment assistance, and found Richard a substance abuse program. These veterans are success stories not only for how they were able to help others while serving their country, but for how they were able to let others help them. If you know of or are a veteran in need, make the call.
I began in 3rd grade, 8 years old, and I was able to learn the chest compressions and the breaths, and I absolutely believe that anyone out in the public can easily learn. We got a page for an unresponsive 2-month-old, and when I got the first glimpse of the 2-month-old, he was blue. We didn't even get to go inside. I just jumped in the back and we started CPR, continuing CPR, and you were able to see the color start to come back, and then we were able to actually get his heart rate back. It was a pretty moving part in the story that we were able to save a 2-month-old's life. My community is why.
In an instant, life can change. Hi, I'm veteran J.R. Martinez. If you've been hurt or disabled due to your service, the last thing you need to do is hurry up and wait for a VA claims decision. Make sure you file an electronic, fully developed claim or e-claim for disability compensation on e-benefits. It's the fastest and easiest way to get a claims decision. Learn more at ebenefits.va.gov. E-claims and e-benefits, online VA claims made simple.
Can I go to the sleepover?
Lucy, I want you to promise me something. If there's any drinking, I want you to say, no thanks, Not my thing.
Mom.
I promise you, your real friends won't care. Deal?
I promise, Mom.
They really do hear you.
Did you pack your toothbrush?
For tips on how to start the talk, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. A public service message from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
Every year, the Salvation Army serves nearly 30 million people in need. That's one person every second. So by the time you've finished watching this, 30 more lives will have been changed for good. All thanks to your donations.
Thank you.
All right, back out here at Longfellow Middle School, getting this second half underway, third quarter. For those of you watching at home, is General Johnnie Wilson in the dark and Longfellow in the white. This is 7th grade action here. It is 21-13 in favor of General Johnnie Wilson. As we get things underway here in the second half of play. Longfellow with a long pass, but a little bit too long. Rico Anderson to corral down there. He made a valiant effort, but it was just a little too long for him.
A little too long and too fast.
Longfellow gets the ball down low. Killian took the shot. They're going to send him to the free throw line. He was the leading scorer in the first half of play. He had 13 points in the first half for General Johnnie Wilson. He had a couple of three-pointers. He was also 5 of 7 from the free throw line. And he will continue his success at the free throw line, hitting the first. Also scoring for General Johnnie Wilson in that first half of play. Marrero had 2 and Thomas had 6.
So did they wave that off? Look like a lane violation?
Yeah, I believe that's what that was. Not going to count that one. We're going to go the other way. Longfellow with the basketball. Herman dribbling it out between the circles. He's got Killian on him. Hands it off to Anderson. Anderson back on the right side over to Church. Ball knocked away and going the other way, Marrero kicks it back out top between the circles to Killian. Killian on the left baseline. Takes it down the baseline, puts it up with the right hand and in. 24-13 in favor of General Johnnie Wilson. 4:25 remaining in the third quarter of play. Turnover going back the other way. General Johnnie Wilson Killian with the basketball. Gets down low to Morta. Morta back outside. Kittig back on top to Killian. Killian inside the arc, puts it up off the back of the iron, no good. It's gonna be Thomas with the rebound.
Held ball. And it
gonna go the other way to Longfellow. Longfellow with Herman bringing the ball across the timeline. Gives the ball over to Dior Payne. Dior dribbling the basketball. Ball stolen away by Marrero.
Oh, nice pass.
Down low, nice look. Thomas had the basketball, couldn't get it to go down, got his own rebound, but was ended up knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be a Longfellow basketball.
GJW did everything right there except put it in the bucket.
Longfellow down by 11, 24-13. They're looking to cut into this lead a little bit.
You don't want to lose touch.
I think they fouled Dior Payne as she was coming through the lane there.
Nice effort there to fight that shot up, so he'll be shooting 2.
Salaman at the free throw line. Puts it up. High bounce and no good. Salaman puts it up and in.
Splits the pair.
10-point lead right now for Johnnie Wilson. Killing with the basketball, trying to get it across the timeline. And we're going to have a timeout called over on the other side by Coach Scott Sherwood.
Yeah, well, we have a timeout. We got a second. Hey, let's plug our YouTube channel in Spectrum Cable. So if you're watching on YouTube and you want to catch us on Spectrum, they moved us on Spectrum Cable in Lorain. We are on channel 1025, no longer TV 20, channel 20. We're not gonna change our moniker to TV 1025. We're keeping the channel 20, but we can be found on Spectrum Cable 1025. And of course, if you're watching on Spectrum and you want to catch us on YouTube, now our YouTube channel is all in high definition. So picture clarity, audio, everything's great. And you could go on YouTube and just search TV 20. We are the #1 search result that comes up, and we have 1.2 million views right now.
Very nice, Joe.
So we're doing.
I have searched and watched TV 20 on YouTube several times.
Check out our playlist. Everything's organized by sport and by school, and whether it's a concert, board meeting, football, basketball, it's all there.
And you are absolutely correct. It is all there. Joe gets everything on the air.
Yeah, we're starting to digitize some of the old stuff, so that'll be up soon.
Longfellow with a couple of attempts trying to cut into that lead right now. 10-point lead by General Johnnie Wilson, 24-14.
Of course, Gary, let's not forget about our Twitter feed, too. TV 20 is on Twitter also. We get scoring updates and a lot of good information there as well. So you got it all here at TV 20. Traveling.
I think Mr. Marrero faked himself out a little bit over there.
Did.
He looked like he was ready to put a move on and stopped midway. And Longfellow, once again, they're trying to cut into that lead. Somebody's got to inbound the basketball. There we go. We got Anderson to inbound the ball. Long inbounds pass over to Herman. Herman's got the ball between the circles. Kicks it down low. Up and off the iron by Morales. And the ball knocked out of there. Once again, back to Longfellow. Solomon is fouled. Doesn't get the basket, but he's going to have another couple of free throw attempts. Coach Mike Raisler over there on the other side. I think he would have liked to add that three-point play.
Yeah, I need to make up some points here. Down by 10, and still down by 10. And General Johnnie Wilson kind of creeping ahead. They were up by 4 after one quarter, up by 8 at half, and waning moments here the third quarter. General Johnnie up by 10, 24-14.
They were up by as much as 11 at one point.
Yep.
Salomon looking to shoot the second of these free throws. They've taken quite a while between attempts.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the confusion was. There was some confusion on the court. Not exactly sure what.
He puts it up, round and out. Killian with the basketball, brings it across the timeline between the circles, takes it to himself to the left side of the basket, puts it up and in. Right now, 18 for Killian.
Leads all scores.
26-14. General Johnnie Wilson on top.
Not only leads all scorers, but he's outscored Longfellow.
General Johnnie Wilson gets the basketball back after a steal. Taking it back the other way. Lorain trying to return the favor and take the ball away from Marrero out there. Nice pass down low.
Oh, sweet.
Thomas with two. 28-14, 34 seconds and counting down.
They've doubled them up
in this third quarter of play. Long three-pointer. Attempt, I should say, by Herman. And he was fouled. I believe that was a three-point attempt, was it, or was it not? So he's going to get 3 free throws. Herman has not been to the free throw line this afternoon. Puts the first up, a little bit off to the right.
Best way to get back in the game is score with the clock stopped. So let's knock them in here.
Second one up. Oh, that was halfway down and came back out. Peace puts it up. And
lane violation.
Lane violation. Basketball going to go the other way. 26.2 remaining in this third quarter of play. Clock winding down. Longfellow bringing pressure up the floor. General Johnnie Wilson gets the ball across the timeline, but Lorain knocks the ball out of bounds, but it's going to remain General Johnnie Wilson's basketball. Once again, Johnnie Wilson in the dark uniforms. Inbound, 13 seconds and counting down. 13, Marrero with the basketball. Gets it over to Morta. Morta. Down 2 seconds remaining. And a block as the shot goes up.
Wow.
A little bit of a bump there, but I think it was after the clock expired.
It was. All right, that'll do it for 3.
That's right. We're going to take a quick break here. 28-14. General Johnnie Wilson over Longfellow in 7th grade basketball right here at Longfellow Middle School. We'll be back with the 4th and final quarter right after this.
Inspiring city and campus. Inspiring people. Inspiring creativity. Inspiring hands-on learning. Inspiring global experiences. Inspiring traditions. Be a Buckeye. Inspire.
Back here getting the fourth quarter underway. It is 28-14. 7th grade basketball action. General Johnnie Wilson on top of a Longfellow. Basket is up and in. Thomas with 2. (30-14). General Johnnie Wilson on top. 5:22 remaining in the fourth period of play. Over here at Longfellow Middle School. Longfellow with the basketball. They only scored 1 point in the third quarter of play.
Wow.
Did not do a lot to make up any ground on the other side of that coin. General Johnnie Wilson scored 7 in the third quarter. General Johnnie Wilson pushing the ball back the other way. Killian gets it across the timeline. Over, long shot by Marrero. And after the rebound, going to turn the ball over. It's going to go Longfellow's way. Killian ending up with the basketball. Taking it the other way for General Johnnie Wilson. And
here's our man again.
Xavier Rivera with another basket. He's got 2 here in the fourth quarter of play. 32-14 with 4:31 remaining in the fourth quarter of play in favor of General Johnnie Wilson. 7th grade basketball action. Ball up and off the iron by Morales. Tipped in as Longfellow cuts into the lead a little bit.
Raveling music there.
32-16. Once again, General Johnnie Wilson in front. They have doubled up Longfellow. And he picked up his dribble. Anderson ending up with the basketball underneath the basket. Nice looking layup up there, but doesn't get it to go. And it's going to come back the other way. Killian with the basketball.
Nice
spin move to the right. It puts it up with the right hand.
There you go.
(34-16). 3:40 remaining in the fourth quarter of play.
That's highlight material.
Favor of General Johnnie Wilson. In the dark. Payne dribbling into the paint and gets into trouble and turns the ball over. Rivera turns, puts it up, gets his own rebound, and puts it up and in. Payne with the basketball out here on the left wing. Dribbling, looking for somebody. And they're going to have a foul on, I believe that's going to be on Morta.
What was the score after 3 there, Gary?
Score after 3 was 28-14 in favor of General Johnnie Wilson. There we go. We got the Brian Brooks in the scorebook now.
Makes it 38-16.
General Johnnie Wilson. There you go. Killian dribbles the ball, has it tipped out from behind. Going back the other way, Salomon. Puts up the rebound and gets 2. (38-18). 1:56 remaining in the ball game. Herman with the basketball across the timeline. Puts up the 3, short.
I always like watching these games, and then you know, as they progress through the ranks, you know, you see the stars kind of emerge.
Yeah, there's some future Titans out here.
Definitely.
Up and off the iron, no good. Longfellow will retain the basketball. Trying to get the ball in. Over on the other side to Herman. Payne with the basketball out between the circles. Dribbling the basketball. And the ball tipped away. Going the other way, Ross. High off the backboard, no good. Tipped around, up and in. I think we'll credit that one to Brooks.
Yeah.
40-18 in favor of General Johnnie Wilson with under a minute to go, 53 seconds to go.
Yeah, way to follow up the shot there.
Longfellow looking to put some points on the board. Salomon is going to go to the free throw line once again.
Well, he's at the foul line. Just a reminder for everybody watching, if you're watching on Spectrum Cable, channel 1025, the 8th grade will be up after a very short break. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll have to go back to the playlist and reload it. Each game is its separate entity on our YouTube channel. So if you're watching on Spectrum, stay tuned. If you're on YouTube and you want to watch the 8th grade, go back and reload it.
And up and no good. Going to be a foul on Longfellow. (40-18), 38 seconds to go. General Johnnie Wilson's got this one pretty much in hand. Morero getting it across the timeline. We're under 25 seconds now. Try to get the ball down low to Thomas. Thomas had it tipped away. It's going to remain General Johnnie Wilson's basketball. Ball down low. Couple of shots there by Thomas. Neither one successful. And what do we got? Longfellow basketball. 13 seconds remaining. They're going to try and go the length of the floor. And
yeah, it was a loose ball, no possession. 7th foul, so we'll be shooting 1 and 1.
So Longfellow back down to the other end of the floor. Will be attempting to add to the total. High off the iron, no good. It was 1-1, but I don't think anybody realized it.
No.
4, 3, 2, and last second shot up and rolled off by Thomas. No good.
That'll do it.
Final score, 40-18 in favor of General Johnnie Wilson over Longfellow in 7th grade basketball action.
You have some final numbers for us, Gary?
I'm going to total those up in just a second. I do want to let you know that General Johnnie Wilson has evened their record at 7-7, while Longfellow has fallen to 3-13 on the year. I'm going to take a real quick break, and we'll be back with some final numbers right after this, folks.
Hey, we missed you at the game last week. Is everything all right?
I just haven't been feeling like me lately.
You know I'm here for you, right?
That's a cut. Beautiful. Acting is one thing. Talking about suicide in real life is another.
In the military, you take challenges head on.
And now it's your turn to do the same for our veterans.
Be there.
Learn how you can start the conversation at BeThereForVeterans.com.
Back out here at Longfellow Middle School. Going to take a real quick look at the final numbers for the ball game this afternoon from the 7th grade side of the ledger. All right. In the scoring department for Longfellow, they scored 8, 5, 1, and 4 by the quarters, a total of 18 points. On the afternoon, it was Rico Anderson. He had a pair, and Solomon with 16 points on the afternoon. Looking at the baskets, the scoring, I should say, for General Johnnie Wilson, they had quarter totals of 12, 9, 7, and 12 on the afternoon. Thomas with 8 points, and Rivera with 6 points, all those coming in the 4th and final quarter. Brian Brooks with 4 points, those coming in the 4th and final quarter. And leading the scoring for both ball clubs was Killian with 20 points on the afternoon. The final score, once again, 40-18 in favor of General Johnnie Wilson in 7th grade basketball action out here at Longfellow Middle School.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.